I know it's used psychologically and it is psychospiritual, the reality of dismemberment and rememberment. So where we've had, the mythical understanding from millennium that really went up to the formation, I think, of the Renaissance, then where rational science takes off. And when rational science takes off, it tries to, snuff out the mythological, but of course the mythological keeps coming back because it's our bedrock. And it has its own archetypal truths in it. And of course, science has gone way beyond the Newtonian model now, thank God, so it doesn't have to have it leave. In other words, what comes in through these world religions and the shamanic depths of the psyche are real for us in our own lives, and it shows up in dreams. And this is where, of course, we want to see how the psyche's informing a death process for each person. So where do the dreams come from? And it's nice to know these different traditions because we recognize the mythologems that are at work as the psyche's making a transformative process. So now, getting to the chase, sorry, with Egypt, there is the powerful, potent myth of Osiris. And Osiris is a vegetation deity who has to undergo the death and rebirth mysteries. And there's many levels to this deity in the myth, but when he has to go through the dismemberment, there's the beauty of the feminine principle of Isis, who she combs with her wings, she combs the landscape of Egypt everywhere to gather together his dismembered parts. Now, when she gathers together the dismembered parts, this whole myth is mirroring to us the value of death and rememberment. And rememberment is key. Now, every psychological process we go through, every psychological death process we go through involves dismemberment and rememberment. It involves a disorder and then a new order coming in. So since it's each individual who dies, each individual has to find a way to get connected to where that process is alive, informing them. And in the Egyptian story, it's very beautiful because there's a feminine force in the psyche that is gathering together the dismembered parts and she has her temple at the heart in Philae, where it's the heart of Osiris and around which everything else organizes. So if we listen to that myth, you see we catch that there's a feminine organizing principle in the death rebirth processes that is bigger than the ego. And that feminine presence knows that through the heart field, a dismembered being, a dismembered culture, dismembered process will get reorganized if it comes in through the heart field. Around that beautiful green living heart of Osiris, like the green Hermes emerald tablet stone, Hermes Trismegistus, then the whole psyche gets reorganized. And then the new comes in, and then the new lovemaking comes in, actually. There's even a new phallus that grows out of it, a new lovemaking and a new unity that then transpires. So now that's true in a psychological death, that we go through symbolic death in our lifetimes. We can feel those forces at work. We'll get into that later. And we can feel those forces also at work at death. Something's also dismembering us and unifying us into the wedding, to a union state, which is archetypally true in each of these cultures, and it shows up in the psyche again and again, is the archetypal motif of the divine wedding. The opposites marry. So